I like to play Barbies with Great Grandma, and I love Great Grandma.
To my sweet, loving grandma, we had a special closeness, you and I, in these recent years. I got to learn just how you like your eggs cooked in the morning, and now that's the only way I eat them. How you took your coffee, Sadie still likes it the same way, and how much you really talked in your sleep. I look back now at these small moments and smile. I wish I could hear you tell one more silly story just to hear you laugh. You were such a comfort for so many, a beautiful soul we were all so lucky to know. I miss you greatly and feel deeply and incredibly blessed for the examples you set and the memories we shared. I will cherish them for the rest of my life.
How lucky are we to have known such a beautiful woman? She went by many names: Eleanor, sister, mother, wife, but to me she was grandma and friend. She was a rock for our family, always showing unconditional love and teaching us what that meant. I will miss so many things about you. I will miss you teaching all the babies in the family pretty picture in the frame, the way you love to laugh and sing, and how you always look for happiness in life. I will miss coming to your house and hearing your happy hello. I will miss you telling funny stories and sharing memories about us kids. Birthdays and holidays will never be the same without you. You always made everyone feel special, especially on our birthdays. I will miss how you took care of us all, especially loving and caring for Grandpa, who we knew made you nervous sometimes with his antics. Most of all, I will miss hugs, I love yous, and our phone calls just to check in. Love you so much, Grandma.
Nora was one of the most amazing people I've ever had the privilege of knowing in my life. She was always kind, always happy to see me. She was always there for everybody in the family. And what I'm going to miss the most is when we go places, we'd get home and she'd always call. She'd always call Vanessa just to make sure we got home safe. I know we're not going to get the calls anymore, but she's always with us. She always will be. Now she makes sure we get home safe. The love that she had to live, she loved to live, lived to love. I know she's up there now, looking down on us, making sure we all get home safe. And that we live life in remembrance of her, the way she lived it.
How do I say all the things my mom meant to me in a few minutes? She was the best mom I could ever have. She loved and supported me my whole life. She always made a point to be there for me and my family. She was there when I had my babies and was willing to watch them. She would come to help me clean when I had a big occasion planned because she knew I was freaking out that I would never be ready. She was a good hostess herself. She always had the coffee on and had a plate of banana bars or peanut butter Rice Krispie bars she made on rotation. During the past year, I normally stayed with her once a week. She was always happy to welcome me to Mom and Sadie's bed and breakfast. She often adopted people who needed a mom, a grandma, or a sister. At the airport before we flew to Oregon this past summer, a young man was her passenger assistant. He was supposed to wheel her safely to the gate and then leave. She kept insisting her girls could handle it, but he stuck with us. He probably never had such a sweet grandma passenger. She even bought his breakfast, and that's the way she was. I'm so glad she felt well enough to go on our 25th anniversary train trip to Montana and the trip to Oregon for my aunt's 90th birthday. We made some wonderful memories. She was my shopping buddy. We used to spend hours at the mall. We got up early and went Black Friday shopping for many years. I learned early on how to use coupons and shop the clearance racks. Mom loved to say how much she saved by using her 30% off and her Kohl's cash. Shopping trips usually included lunch, which she insisted she would buy. She loved this time of year. I remember walks to admire the pretty leaves and making fry bread over the campfire with my dad. I will miss her laugh. We cracked up together many times over something funny we saw on television or one of Dad's one-liners. This is just a small sample of the things I love about my mom. She loved all of us so much. I know how much she loved Jesus, and it was a comfort to know she is now with him. I love you, Mom, and I will miss you until I see you again.
A letter to my beautiful grandma in heaven. I am so beyond blessed that God chose you to be my grandma, and I am so lucky to have been loved by you. I wish my future kids could have been able to meet you, but I will always keep your soul alive. You truly were the definition of a perfect grandma. You always made sure to always call and check in, sing happy birthday, and made sure we all felt your love and support in all of the kids' accomplishments. I am grateful I got my middle name from you, and I get to tell people all about you when they ask about my middle name. I also get my love for soft ears from you, the only person that understood. My favorite memory was sewing pajama pants together, and every time we forget how to thread that dang bobbin. But now I can hold your memory close when I wear the pants or decide it's time to sew some more, wishing you were by my side when I do it. You always laughed when you saw me with my cup of coffee when I was just a little kid, but all I wanted to be was just to be like you. And I hope I turn out to be even half the amazing woman that you were. I am sure going to miss those pancakes. I love the story of before I had even began going to school, waking up in the camper, and you asked me what I wanted for breakfast. I, of course, asked for pancakes, and you asked if cereal was okay, and I said yeah. I like cereal, but I like pancakes better. And I'm glad I got to have your famous pancakes one more time in Montana. I'll treasure all the memories with you, from watching game shows to counting gopher feet. You will never be forgotten, and I know your love is always with me.
When I think of my grandma, well, our grandma, I think of the most sweetest, caring individual. She was so selfless and made sure everybody was comfortable and cared for. As people know, when you walked in her house, she would be wanting you to eat something or drink something. She was always worried. Before my senior prom, before we went out to eat, we stopped at Grandma and Grandpa's, and she really wanted us to eat something. She thought we needed to eat something, even though we were going to go right to eat right after there. But she always wanted to make sure everybody was full and cared for. She was a grandma, that's for sure. When I think of her, I think of Christmas Eve and going to church and going back to Grandma and Grandpa's as a family. I think about her pickles that her and Grandpa made. One time Grandma gave me a jar of pickles and I ate most of it on the way home. Or maybe all of it on the way home. Memories I will hold on to for forever are the getaways in the camper with Grandma and Grandpa in our own yard. Grandpa would come help Dad on the farm, and Grandma helped Mom in the house. And all I remember is my sister and I waking up to her award-winning pancakes, as many could agree. And with the pancakes, a couple weeks ago actually tried to make them, thinking of Grandma, and I tried to make them for Kaden and I. They did not turn out like Grandma's. Kaden could attest to that they did not turn out the way they were supposed to, but it was a try. But I'm glad Kaden did get to try Grandma's when we were in Montana as a family a few months ago. I hold dearly them memories of spending the Montana trip and sitting down and talking to Grandma on the way to Montana on the train ride. I will miss the birthday voicemails that I purposely let go to voicemail just to call her right back, so I would have those to hold on to forever. And now being able to hear them now makes it so special. She always tried her hardest to be there for everyone with dance competitions, proms, graduations. I treasure that she was there and wanted to be there. I know her and Grandpa will be right there with me on my wedding day. I love you so much, Grandma, and we all miss you so much.
I will always remember Eleanor as warm and inviting with a smile on her face. She made the best potato salad around and always had lifesavers in her purse to give you at church. My most recent memory is how she got to know my daughter Adeline on our Montana trip this summer. And she would ask her, "Why are you so cute? 'Cause you just can't help it?" And it just made me laugh. She was always so sweet and thinking of others. She always made you feel loved and included. And whenever I think of Eleanor, I just have feel-good memories.